Man, that was a close call. I just left my neighborhood and did a power wheelie, first, second gear. As soon as I dropped my front end and slowed down, cop was coming the other way. Whew. One thing I've noticed is nothing lights up a message board faster than a sport bike guy saying, hey, I went riding today and I threw out the biker wave, and a bunch of these Harley guys didn't wave back. And from there, the discussion just took off. Alright, first things first. I apologize for being a day late. But you know what? Sometimes life just happens and things just get in the way. I don't want to bore you guys with all the gory details. So yeah, this afternoon I stumbled across a post on an Aprilia Facebook page, and a guy had mentioned that I went for a ride today and I threw out the biker wave to all these Harley guys, and like maybe only half of them returned the wave. And you know, I have to admit, it got to me, and it wasn't that the Harley guys weren't waving back. I mean, that's a whole other issue. What bothered me more than anything was the responses the guy was getting to his post. You know, all these people were saying stuff like, oh, Harleys are just big, heavy, overpriced anchors, and, you know, attacking the bikes, calling Harley riders a bunch of midlife crisis BMW drivers, and just attacking their character and the motorcycle. And I responded to the guy that attacked the motorcycles, and I just, you know, he was talking about how they're slow and this and that. I'm like, look, dude, like, not everything about motorcycles is about speed. You know what? It doesn't have to be that way, you know? I don't know what it's like where you guys live, but the Harley culture here, the biker culture between the Harley guys and the sport guys it's good, it's solid. You know, we all give the courtesy wave. Like 99% of the time I throw it out there, I either get it back or they throw it first, you know, and I just like give it back to them in return. But I know, sounds like there's a lot of other places where the culture between the sport bike world and the Harley world just isn't that good. And then I stop and think about, well, what is the problem here? You know, I know that sport bike guys have a problem with Harley guys because they feel like the Harley guys think they're too good for them, or they don't throw the courtesy wave. But, you know, I mean, who really started that? I mean, whose fault is it that the Harley guys aren't, you know, throwing a courtesy wave back? Now, granted, if somebody gives you a wave, you should give the wave back. Like, if you're the first one to throw it out there, and the Harley guy doesn't throw it back, then yeah, that looks bad on them. A lot of times, I just throw it out there, no matter what. And honestly, if I don't get it back, which is rare, I feel okay about that. You know, if I'm on my sport bike and I throw a Harley guy a courtesy wave and he doesn't throw it back, I'm okay with it. I'm like, all right, well, I was the bigger man in that instance. I show that I have no grudge, I don't carry up beef, and maybe that'll turn that guy around and open him up and be like, hey, maybe this, you know, maybe it isn't so bad between us, you know? But to have all these guys on this Facebook page just go into the whole bashing mode, you know, I don't think the Harley guys go on their social media and sit there and bash sport bike guys. I just don't think it's happening. You know, they're not gonna be like, oh, I threw a courtesy wave to a sport bike guy today, or a few guys, and they didn't throw it back. I mean, you know what? Dude, there's sport bike guys that I throw a courtesy wave to and I don't get it back, or I'll be splitting lanes and a guy in a sport bike will come up on me and I'm Mr. Nice Guy and I let him by even though I don't have to, and he doesn't even give me a courtesy wave. I'm like, really, dude? Like, what is that? That to me is just rude. But yeah, like I said, I think what bothered me more than anything wasn't the fact that the Harley guys weren't waving to the sport bike guys. You know, I think that's a deep dynamic that I don't think either side knows why that isn't happening. But it was just the lack of character from all the sport bike guys. you know, attacking the Harley guys. It's always the same thing. Oh, the bikes suck. They're just a bunch of beer drinking, pot-bellied, you know, tough guys that go around thinking they're badass. You know, and that's the biggest problem right there, is you can't put them all in the same category. There's going to be bad Harley guys and there's good Harley guys. Just like sport bike guys, you know. It ain't like we're all the same either. There's sport bike guys that earn respect, and there's sport bike guys that ride around like a bunch of douchebags, you know. I mean, when you think about it, who really abuses the streets more, the Harley riders or the sport bike riders? So I wouldn't be surprised if, this isn't the street I wanted. I wouldn't be surprised if the Harley guys just think that we're just a bunch of, you know, hooligans that go around thinking we think we're awesome on our bikes because they're, you know, superior performance. But I can tell you this, to sit there and, you know, lump all Harley riders into one category, you know, I mean, that's just blatant racism right there in a way, you know. I mean, as most of you know, I have a Harley, but I'm not your hardcore Harley guy. I'm not, it's not my life, it's not my lifestyle, I guess you could say. I just enjoy riding the bike, you know, it's just a different feel. And when I go to places around here where it's like a rider, like a destination for bikes, it's all kinds, you know, it's the Harley guys and the sport guys. You know, we don't really segregate those two that much here in California, Southern California anyways. I mean, these guys on this message board were saying stupid stuff like, oh, they're afraid if they take their hand off to wave back, they'll crash, or calling them ignorant. Well, what is ignorant? Ignorant is being uneducated, so I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. To me, that's just an ignorant comment. One guy even said, there's just a bunch of farmers. I'm like, farmers? Now that is an ignorant comment right there. But I just think these guys that just get all bent out of shape over Harley riders, I don't really understand it, you know. I think for the Harley guys, you know, they just ride around minding their own business for the most part. Yeah, I guess in a lot of places they could be friendlier, but maybe you guys where Harley bikers don't like you, maybe you aren't the best riders out there. Maybe you know, caused a lot of chaos or whatever. I don't know, I don't live there. The purpose of this video isn't really to bash anybody. I'm a sport bike guy, I ride a Harley too. I'm not really in a position to play favorites, and I wouldn't want to anyways. But I guess my point is, you know, if we want things to get better, and it sounds like, you know, if sport bike riders are always complaining about not getting, you know, the bro biker way from the Harley guys, then it sounds like they're the ones that should take action to make it better. If you want it to be better, do something about it. You know, just keep throwing out that hand wave, or tell your buddies to, or I don't know, start a new movement within your chapter of riders. You know, like, hey man, let's just all start throwing out the bro wave, and maybe it'll change things. Maybe you'll all get along better. I probably shouldn't take this road, because every time I do, I just want to haul butt. So yeah, I had a whole different topic for this video, and at this point I don't even remember what it is, but like I said, I saw that Facebook post and it just really bothered me, the way all these guys were talking crap. And it's just, you know, I think it makes us look bad. You know, people judge us as a group, and, you know, we're judged by everybody's actions. So I don't know, I guess I'm saying, think about how you respond to those type of things the next time, and, you know, maybe have a more adult, positive outlook, you know? Alright, boys and girls, that's all for today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next Monday.